Okay, it's working now. Got it. Okay, everybody, and welcome to Single Mom. Today, let me tell you that life is about choosing your path. It's about healing. It's about fighting, and especially a single mom, we always have to be better than ourselves in order to help our kids be better than us. Seriously, like we really need to continue to work on that, okay? Because we don't come from the perfect situation, but we can create the perfect situation for ourselves and our children. And that's the reason why today I want to talk about find your fitness. We have Carey Miller. She's a hard looking single mom. She is a fitness coach and she works with special needs children. That means that she have patience that most of us do not have. I include myself in it. I mean, I put one finger down. Anyway, so if you would like to tell your story or you have something that you want to share with a single mom, please get in touch with me at info@singlemom.today. Repeat, info@singlemom.today. And with that said, let me shut up because I can talk forever. Let me have Carey tell us about herself. So Carey, tell us about you.
Hi, I'm Carey. I'm a special needs coach, a personal trainer, and an online coach, and a single mom of a 2-year-old.
Ooh, 2-year-old. They said terrible twos, but I really didn't experience that terrible twos. It was more like a fun two to me. That's what it
Yes.
was. So tell us more about. So you, like just sitting down, I can see that you are fit. Like, yeah, you're looking good. You're looking good. I don't have that arm anymore. That's why I'm covering it. So tell us more about you. So the topic today, where should we start? What should we focus on?
What should we
Up to
focus
you.
on today?
It's up to you. It's
Um,
your thought.
I think that we should focus on working out, just being healthy overall, eating healthy, what we put in our brain, what we put in our body, how we treat our body. Just being a mom, it's hard to even have time to do stuff. So I try to teach moms how to even do stuff at home with your kids around, or even holding your kid while you're working out or cooking. I
So
get it.
so so if a mom is looking at you right now and she's like, I am not motivated to exercise. I'm not motivated to do anything. My kids keep me busy. What's your advice? Where do they begin?
Well, like I said, you can do stuff at home. I do online programs for clients where I send them videos and they can do the exercises along with me and make it fun for you and your kids. Like I said, I used to hold my son like on my chest and do squats. I used to get on the ground and do exercises and he used to be climbing on top of me. Like he would play with some of my workout stuff too. Like he has little 2-pound dumbbells. Like if you make it fun for your kids, like they do what you do too. Like when I start working out, my son picks up his little dumbbells and he does squats too. He's only 2 years old. So if it's like a game, if they can enjoy it too and entertain themselves, like anything to get our kids entertained for 5 minutes, anything. So they can do that while you work out, watch, put the video on the big screen TV so you can work out with the TV. You could Google exercises on YouTube and for free. So I know it's hard to find motivation, but once you get in the routine, it just gets so much easier. Just like eating healthy, you get like 3 days into it, comes a routine.
So how did you start that? What is it that got you to start this whole process, or were you always fit and were you always like this?
Um, at some low points in my life, I just felt like very trapped and I felt mentally trapped, physically trapped. And I felt like the only way I could like get out of this mental prison I had was exercise. And I didn't have a gym at the time. I didn't have any weights. So I would just run. And it started with running and then it started with like body weight exercises. And eventually I got myself out of that mental space. So that has
Mm-hmm.
helped me so much in life. Just I get like high off of it because I used to have problems with like drinking too much and things like that. And I stopped doing that completely and I started working out. And I would tell myself, you feel just as good when you work out as when you drank or did those things. So you might
Yeah.
as well just stick with working out because there's so many more positive benefits versus I would wake up, not know where I was, not know what was going on, whose house am I in. Might as well just stay with the working out. So that was
Yeah.
like my
Yeah.
experience. with
Yeah,
that.
I am glad you share that, because when I was a single mom, the I mean, I did not drink or anything like that, but my workout was my drug. I just had
Right.
to keep doing that, and especially when I start getting toned hands, I'm so fine. It felt so good, but it energized me. I was
Right.
driven by this. So is that how you feel like when you're working out?
Yes, even if I'm really tired and all I want to do is like go to sleep and not even work out, when I work out, especially if I do it in the morning, it just starts my day off right. It gives me energy. It's like getting that sweat out of your body, getting those toxins out. It starts my day off right. It motivates me to want to eat healthy. If you work out, it's like typically you don't want to go eat McDonald's right after. So it kind of just like sets into motion just having a healthier lifestyle, but just like one little thing at a time.
Wow, 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 wow. So when you are experiencing challenges, what do you do? Because if someone is experiencing challenges, they don't feel like working out, they don't feel like doing anything. What do you do?
Right. Um, that's difficult for me because I feel like when I'm really angry, I do want to work out and I get some of my best workouts in like that. But I guess in my life, just personally, it's like one of the only things that's like a release to me. I know a lot of people do different things as releases, but
Yeah,
working out is like my main one. And working out doesn't have to be the same for everybody. Maybe you like dancing. You could do a dance workout,
that's what I
maybe
do.
maybe you like jump rope. Maybe you don't even like weights and you just want to run. Just finding a way to get your body moving, I feel like it benefits your mental health so much too. So
Yes, it
I feel like
does.
that's a big thing. It's like it doesn't have to be go to the gym 5 days a week, do weights, do this, do what works for you, do
Yeah,
what feels good, what's attainable.
yeah. And I definitely agree with that one, because for me, I said that I didn't have any drugs. Dancing is my drug. Okay. Since I was little, I love dancing. I can dance to anything. Put me any Japanese, any music. I will dance to it, because I can be happy, I can be sad, I can be in whatever mode, and I am going to dance and I'm going to sing. So, single mom, whatever, just like Carrie said, whatever it is that is going to work out for you. Maybe some people call workout lifting out a lot of weights, and maybe you don't want to do that. Some people call workout doing a lot of squat because they want a nice booty, and you can because you have a bad knee like I do. But you can do so much different things, just like she said. Okay.
Mm,
But you need to decide what is going to work best for you. And I definitely in agreement with her. And that is where the mental part come in, the mental health. Because if you know that something is going to cause you a problem and you do it, you're not being good to yourself. But if you
mm,
know that if I go do this, I'm going to have this result. But if I go do that, which is dancing, exercising, running, it's going to help me, then do it. By all means,
right.
do it. Right, Carrie?
Yes, I agree. Even sometimes I know we talked previously, just briefly, I'm also Christian. Like sometimes I don't feel like reading my Bible in the morning. And when I don't do it, it's like my day always goes worse. But when I make the effort to do it, even just for 5 minutes, if I just read like one chapter, you know, it always feel better. But I don't make the effort a lot of times than I should.
Yep. So you see, just like what Carrie said, what I'm a Christian too, and whatever is going to work for you,
Right.
it's really trying to heal yourself from the inside out. And once you feel that, okay, I'm good to go, you're gonna try all kind of different things, because they have to come from the inside out, and that's how you're going to be able to help your children. So let's talk about some of the like routines that you have in order for you to keep you looking like the way that you look right now. What some of the routines that, from the time that you wake up to go you go to bed, like what happens?
Well, I wake up, I take my son I get him ready for daycare, I take him to daycare, and then usually I'll train a few clients in the morning. And then after I train clients, I typically will get a workout in, and then and I'm also big into weights. And so I have like different exercises for different days, which like I said, anyone can work out any way they'd like to, but that's just how I do it. And so after that, I usually try to figure out what I'm having for dinner. And then I go pick up my son, and you know how that goes, bath time, dinner time, and it's a
Cool.
wrap. Start the day over.
Cool. So hey, whatever it's going to work for you, single mom, wherever you are. But first, you need to come up with a plan and what that's going to be.
Right.
If you are not purposeful about what you're doing in your life, nothing is going to happen. You're always going to say, "I want to do that. I plan to do that. I would like to do that. Tomorrow I will do that." Start right now. Whatever little bit that you can do right now, start it right now. Stop making excuses because excuses going to get you nowhere. But definitely a plan is going to make you feel better. A plan is going to get you motivated. Even at the beginning, it's feel uncomfortable because believe me, I do not like putting everything on a list. I don't. But every little step that I take get me closer to what I want. That's a plan right there. But you got to take action. I was just telling my one of my students yesterday because she was talking, and I said, "You are all talk and no action." So, ladies, listening here, whatever it is that you're thinking, make sure that you put it down on paper and take action before you start talking about it. Okay? Because we get in this habit of talking and doing nothing. What do you think, Carey?
I agree so much on what you said about having a plan or having a schedule and writing it down, because like I was saying earlier, when I was in that like depressed prison like state, the first thing I did was like, okay, I have to make a plan. And I had this big whiteboard in my room, and I put like every day of the week on it. And even if it was like the dumbest thing, I made a list for myself every day. Make your bed, clean this, do this. And it was like those little tasks, just being able to cross it off. Okay, I did this. I
Yeah.
went to the store. It was like, it made me feel accomplished. It made me feel like, okay, I have direction. This is what this plan says to do. That's kind of like how I started my business, just putting things down on paper, build a website, do this, do that, get clients. And it's like, it comes together. But if you're just thinking in your head all these things and it's nowhere to, like on paper in front of you, putting it into action, like you said, you're not going to get anywhere, in my opinion. Maybe
Yeah.
some people, small percentage can, but
Yeah, you're not going to get anywhere because you just have a lot of distractions going to come. And that's where come into what I told my students is that we do so much, but we accomplish nothing because
right,
you're so busy. Something else come up and you start doing that something, and something else come up and you do that something, and then you like feel so busy because you're doing all of these things, but you don't finish anything. So you
right,
don't want to be there either. So you definitely want to have a plan and see it to completion, even if it's going to be small step that you're taking towards that plan. And that is when it comes to your exercise, to your mental health, when it comes to eating. Right now, I am doing intermittent fasting. So I do not eat at night past 7. I try. Sometimes it's like past 6 or whatever, depend. But definitely, I don't eat past 7 and
mm-hmm.
until the next day at 10 a.m. or something like that. So that
Mm-hmm.
had helped. I have lost weight.
Right,
My face is getting smaller.
yes,
But it's the plan that I make at the beginning. Let me tell you, last night it was very hard because I wanted to eat. Especially, I was watching this movie and I wanted to eat, and I'm like, no, baby, you got a plan, and I stick
right,
to my plan. So
right,
whatever works for you guys, do it.
right,
If you want to go on a diet, do it. I am not into the diet stuff. Okay. I am
mm-hmm.
not. But intermittent fasting worked for me because I can eat whatever I want all day and
Mm-hmm.
then I don't eat. And guess what? I was 213, something like that, pounds. And I lost, I think was 15 pounds already.
Wow,
Okay, 15 pounds in just like maybe in less than 2 months.
wow,
I did. And every time, and intermittent fasting also help you with diabetes
mm-hmm.
if you have diabetes or whatever. So try different things. But I dance a lot at home. I'm always dancing, just like what Carey was saying. Whatever you want to call it, we call it fitness. It's a general scope, but whatever's going to get your heart pumping,
Right,
do it. Okay. For me, it's dancing. For Carey, it's doing all that and exercising and all that kind of stuff. But I used to do that too. I'm
Right.
older now. My knee doesn't work like it used to and all that, but I still push it. Okay. So what are you going to do? Single mom, what are you going to do to get yourself moving? So, Carey, what else do you want to share with them?
I would just say, like you were saying, even with the intermittent fasting, that's a great way to start. Even like kind of the same idea is just if you're trying to lose weight, eliminating one meal, which is basically what you're doing, not eating past a certain time. It doesn't have to be some drastic diet that you don't have any carbs for 6 months. I don't necessarily like push those things on clients. I think just like making a little lifestyle change at a time. If you try
Yeah.
to change your whole life overnight, it could be very uncomfortable and it
Yes.
might not be sustainable. Making
Yeah.
little changes like starting to journal every day or just working out 5 minutes a day, doing that for a week, then increasing it to 10 minutes. Just
Mm.
little things that whatever, like we've been saying this whole time, whatever is going to work for you in your life, you know how you are as a person. So if you don't think you can exercise for an hour a day, don't make that your goal because it's going to be horrible. It's not going to be fun. You want it to be
Yeah.
fun, sustainable, a lifelong, healthy lifestyle.
Yep. And that is correct. Consistency is everything. And how can we
Right.
try to teach us kids to be consistent if we don't even have it ourselves? If
Right.
every time that you say you're going to do something and you don't follow through with it, your kids are watching all the time. Just like Carey was saying at the beginning, she said, everything she does, her son follow. My son used to do the same thing. Your kids are watching you. So if you make excuses, they're going to make excuses. If you're not consistent, they're not going to be consistent. So you have to be that pattern that they're going to follow. When I was being a perfectionist, which I think I am sometimes, but when I was being overly perfectionist, my son was doing the same thing. Ah,
Right.
it's not good enough. And he won't finish stuff until I realize, oh, that's what I do.
Mhm.
So what is it that you're doing that you think it's affecting you? If it's affecting you, it's affecting your kid too. You might not see it the same way because you not see, oh, they're just children. Everything that is a problem in you is a problem in your kids, and you need to fix it. So, if procrastination is one of them, fix it. It's just a choice. Choose your path, basically,
Right.
right? So, Carey, what advice would you have for them? Something that come to your head that has been helping you to stay focused, help you to stay driven and motivated towards being an amazing mom.
I would just say when things get overwhelming, just like remembering my in my head that life will get better and that this is temporary, it's not gonna last forever. Because I know just like even on those sleepless nights, like my emotions get all out of whack and I just get so overwhelmed. And sometimes the whole world just like feels on my shoulders. Like I'm working all day, I'm taking care of my son all night. He doesn't even appreciate me. He's throwing a fit over a toy, whatever it is, just try to in your head think that, you know what, in a couple years from now, none of this is going to matter anymore. Your kids are going to be 5, 6, or however old they are. They're going to be growing up. Things will get better. Hopefully, you're working towards the career you want, the job you want. You'll be making more money. We won't be in these situations we are now, or whatever it is that you're going through. If you just keep working on whatever you're working on now, I promise things will get better. I mean, you just have to stay consistent. We can't give up because we don't want to see our kids giving up. We don't want our kids to see us giving up, and life will get better if we just keep making good choices ourselves.
That's right. And don't lose hope. If you lose hope, you
Right.
lose yourself. So don't lose hope. That's one thing that I can tell you that I did not lose when I was a single mom. Sometimes it was I did think about stupid stuff. And it was more like I gotta keep pushing. I gotta keep pushing. I gotta keep pushing. Right. But I would say to you, single moms writing, listening to this, write down what is my why? And I know you have heard this a lot, but you need to write it down. If you don't understand what is your why, you always going to try to keep looking for the wrong things to fill you because you don't have a clear why. Okay. So I know that can be pretty challenging because if you are comparing whatever the world, and when I call it the world, everything outside of you is the world, to measure up to that, it's not going to happen. Think about what is important to you. What do you think? Not that having $1 million is important. If that is important to you, then fine. But if that's what people say that is important, then let it go. Think about what is important to you. And that's how you're going to be able to heal mentally. That's how you're going to be able to exercise. That's how you're going to be able to accomplish your goals because you are okay with you and not worried about what everybody else is saying. Okay. So that's what I will let you guys know. Focus, like Carey said, focus on your mental health, focus on exercising, whatever is it that you have to do. No excuse if you have a small baby. Hold that baby on your chest, just like Carey said, and just jump around, jump around, jump around like what? Jump up, and let down. I used to do all of that dancing too with my kid and just try to eat healthy. And eat healthy is not just eating broccoli all day. Too much broccoli is not good for your health. Too much tomato is not good for your health. Too much salt is too much of anything is not good for you. So don't be extremists, people, okay? Because something you're gonna get a gallbladder or whatever. Have a balance, okay?
Right.
Have a balance in whatever you're doing, which is hard for all of us to get. But Carey, where should they follow you if they want to find out more about this fitness and exercise and looking good like you do?
It's at Miller_Miller Fitness is my Instagram.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the link at the bottom of this video whenever we finish this recording. And then if you want to connect with Carey or follow Carey, then you can do that. And just simply just get together with other single moms. Okay, you don't need to know everything. I'm 51 years old. I was a single mom twice, and I don't know everything, but I do know that I don't know everything. And as long as you know that you don't know everything, you will be able to find help to get better. Okay, that's simply it. Don't walk around like if you have all the answers, because you will be so much in trouble. You will fall and you will hurt like there is no tomorrow. Okay, so with that said, ladies, if you want to tell your stories, or if you're an expert in a particular area, all you have to do is send me an email to info@singlemom.today. Let me repeat that because Spanish just get into my head. info@singlemom.today. Thank you, Donna B, for connecting us with Carey. And Carey is amazing. And I'm going to continue to stay in touch with Carey. And I look forward to more of this talk in the future. Carey, you want to say bye?
Thank you so much. And it was nice talking to everybody.